Support WrestleTalk!
Enable notifications. Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis. For over a decade, from 2002 to 2013, the independent scene was ruled by one mysterious luchador, the enigmatic El Generico. He wrestled for PWG, Chikara, Ring of Honor, Dragon Gate, Evolve and more, holding major championships across multiple promotions. But on January 9th, 2013, the man vanished from the circuit, disappearing into legend, never to be heard from again. Joe.co.uk recently caught up with Sami Zayn, who coincidentally signed with NXT on January 9th, 2013, and asked if he, or any other independent wrestlers from that time, had heard from that most generic of luchadors, especially because of the rumours that, at one point, El Generico actually trained Zayn to wrestle. There's a lot of parallels between my style and his, I suppose, but I never actually met the man. But from what I hear, he's still running an orphanage, still fighting the good fight in Mexico. That's as far as I know. Donde está la biblioteca, El Generico? Donde está la biblioteca? I don't know what that means. We might not be getting an El Generico wrestling return anytime soon, but Kurt Angle remains hopeful about his in WWE. Kurt's big WWE return, a comeback over a decade in the making, hasn't yet transitioned into an actual in-ring one, being the non-wrestling general manager of Raw since April. For a couple of months between May and July though, it seemed WWE were building towards a Kurt return match at SummerSlam, with a scandal that could ruin his career storyline. But it just turned out he has an illegitimate son, conveniently being SmackDown wrestler Jason Jordan. But Kurt still thinks the storyline could end up in him wrestling again. Speaking to Fox Sports Australia, Angle revealed that while he still hasn't taken a physical to be cleared to return to the ring, he is part of WWE's wellness policy. I haven't taken the physical to wrestle, but the drug testing, I'm part of that. If you're a talent, you're involved in everything. You can get drug tested at any point in time. That seems rather bizarre, as it's hard to imagine other recent WWE authority figures like Daniel Bryan or Mick Foley being subject to the same wrestling roster drugs tests. Perhaps WWE are exercising extra caution with Angle, who's overcome a publicly documented struggle with drug addiction in recent years, which is one of the main reasons WWE let him go in 2006, which Kurt noted in the interview. Vince is making sure I'm in a position where I can do this and he can rely on me. I understand that it's a process and I have to wait for my turn. A turn, he thinks, which will be the payoff to the scandal that didn't ruin him. I would say I will most likely wrestle. It's up to Vince McMahon. I'd imagine the storyline is going to go somewhere with Jason Jordan, so I'm just being patient and enjoying the general manager job. Jeff Hardy has reportedly been working injured since July, and his right shoulder finally gave way several weeks ago on Raw. He underwent surgery for a torn rotator cuff earlier this week. PW Insider have since reported that Hardy is now expected to be out between 6 to 9 months, meaning even at the early estimates, he'll most likely miss WrestleMania 34. If only his brother had a delightfully successful gimmick to fall back on. Have the results for Hell in a Cell been leaked? And which huge WCW show is returning to WWE? Click the videos to the left to find out more, press subscribe and support WrestleTalk on Patreon. I've been Ollie Davis and that was wrestling.